It has come to my attention that no one really knows why a stock absolutely explodes like this at market open and how to profit off these big moves with options. And not only will the stock move up like this like crazy with like 20 green candles, but I also profit off trades like this and even trades like this using options. What the best traders actually do to profit off these moves is wait for 5 minutes after market opens until a very specific candle shows itself, which I am going to show you in the next 10 minutes in this YouTube video here. All I do every single day is trade this candle. I literally do nothing else. I have been doing this for the past couple of years and I have been deeply profitable with it and have been able to scale my options portfolio over 6 figures by only using this pre-market range breakout model. And I have helped many other people do the same as well. Without further ado, let me show you how this candle prints me every single day so hard. Now, step one is find a stock that's correlated with the S&P 500. This stock right here is Tesla, and inside of pre-market, Tesla was performing better in the S&P 500. Tesla was making higher highs while the S&P 500 was just consolidating. Then as you know this, you know that there's a lot of bullish momentum in the stock. Okay, so that's +1. Then you go to the pre-market and you chart out levels to look for a good entry. Ideally, you want to see the stock reject a certain level or support a certain level. As you can see here, we reject this right as pre-market opens, and then we reject it about 4 more times and start consolidating right before market opens. I'm going to chart out this level, and I'm going to look for a 5-minute momentum candle to close above these levels. Okay, then we are going to enter a trade here with our stop loss just below this level, okay? And on the way up with these option contracts, we're going to scale out. So for a 30% gain, we're going to sell half of our contracts. For a 50% gain, we're going to sell another half. For a 100% gain, we're going to sell some more, and we're going to keep selling some more and keep selling runners. This is because the stock can keep on going up, and we're leaving runners, so we're still profiting. Okay, but on the other hand, the stock could go up, and then fake out. But the good thing is we scaled out at each price target, so even when we go down to here, we're still profiting. Another thing that you have to look for is on the daily chart. You want to see the stock above the 9 EMA on the daily chart, and you want to see it in a nice uptrend. Okay, I'm pretty sure on this day I just showed you, it was after this big green candle, and we were breaking out of a huge bullish flag here. So this is when we got into that trade. So we were just in high momentum, bullish momentum territory for Tesla because we're breaking out of a huge bullish flag and just crazy amounts of volume coming in. Let's take another example on PLTR here. So as you can see here, we entered in after a 5-minute candle closed above all of these out of this huge downtrend. So it's not just psychological levels. We can use trend lines inside of the pre-market, and we put our stop loss just below where the stock consolidated last, or the psychological level. And just look at this, guys. This is almost 3 to 1, 4 to 1 here. Here's another example. I took this trade. We broke out of some psychological levels here, right here with this 5-minute candle, and we went ahead and entered into here, and we took a nice profit up here, guys. I think these contracts went over 100%, and so 30% a day, guys, keeps the 9 to 5 away. And let me show you guys an example when we fake out. So we'll enter this position right here after the 5-minute candle closes, but look up here, these contracts were already up about 40% up here. Okay, so we buy at the money option contracts and just 40% profit just like this, and then we fake out is completely fine if we're selling 90% of our contracts at this 40% gain. And then when we leave runners, we're going to keep our runners until we hit our stop loss, for example, and then it'll make our average percentage gain like about 30%. And 30%, guys, that is super good. Average S&P 500 increase is about 10% a year. So 30% a day, guys, keeps the 9 to 5 away. Guys, this strategy works really well. Here are some students of mine who use this, tuned into the $500 10K challenge. We turned $500 into 10K in less than 10 days. It was crazy. Just a bunch of wins here, 116% in the past week. We have 50% in one day. That's absolutely crazy. 45% in one day. 600% in one day. I believe this is when we had Intel going over 800% just before FOMC. So that was a banger trade. And then here's some trades I've had in the past week: 30%, 25%, 55%. Some nice 91. Looking really good, guys. Really good. Amazon 250%. And yeah, guys, it's absolutely crazy. I profit off this all the time. Here are the trades I took just this week, guys. Not a losing trade. It was absolutely crazy. And not only is this strategy profitable, we are done for the day by 10 a.m., guys. I go live at 9:25 a.m. and I usually end my stream before like 9:50, because either we got in and out already, we already scaled out, or we got in and we're holding until it hits our take profit limit orders. So using the strategy, you get to enjoy your day and not be glued to the screen like most traders out there do. And my students love this, guys. We're done for the day by 10 a.m. We profit like crazy. And that being said, if you want to join that Discord and learn my pre-market range breakout model, master it, and scale up your portfolio with it, then just click the first link down below to get access to the 7-day free trial that you can cancel anytime. And not only does the strategy work for calls, it works for puts as well. So this day on AMD, the S&P 500 was actually making higher highs, higher lows, and AMD was just consolidating and like going down. Okay, so there's a lot of bearish momentum. Then we sit at this level before open and we consolidate in this level. Told you guys, looking for a 5-minute candle to close below. And we ended up entering in this trade about right here, guys, with our stop loss just below this level. And we held these all the way down to here. These put contracts went over 100%, guys. It was look at this, risk to reward 3.33 to 1. Okay, and we take these every single morning, and usually 80% of the time we do get a 30% gain on this trading strategy. And here we go. We had a nice liquidity sweep down here past this level, and then we ended up entering in a trade right as this 5-minute candle closed. It wasn't a momentum candle, but since the liquidity sweep, it made our entry. We just put our stop loss just below this level right here, and we took a very nice risk to reward trade here. And later in the day, they went even crazier. Our runners went absolutely insane, and then the next day they went pretty crazy too. So you can get into these contracts, leave runners, and end up holding these runners for like a few weeks. Just like leave your profit in there and just let your runners run. Now some days the strategy does not work. I told you guys we have an 80 to 85% win rate with this strategy, but here's just a trade. So this is why you want to find the stock that's very bullish in the pre-market. So on this day, AMD was consolidating and the S&P 500 was consolidating. Okay, so there's no bullish momentum. And then as you guys can see here, we break out of this level, and if you were to enter in a long position here, you would probably get stopped out almost instantly. Okay, so that is why you want to find the bullish momentum on the stock. I used to make this mistake, and using higher time frames, looking for nice trends up, so you have a high probability of that next day that you're trading to be a green day, obviously. And there's also a bunch more patterns: bullish flags, bearish flags, etc. Again, if you want to work with me to master this pre-market range breakout model and to use it to scale your portfolio, hit that first link down below to join. There's a 7-day free trial, so there's absolutely no risk. You can cancel anytime, and yeah, I will see you inside.